What makes Ferrari so unique?
Ferrari is a legendary sports car brand, born from the passion of a man. A passion for driving and racing, a passion for speed and competition, with the will to build cars, each one better than the last. Throughout the decades, this racing DNA never faded away. It informs every single decision made by the prancing horse. It fuels the relentless drive to explore car technology, to push it beyond and make it evolve. To design the most incredible cars in the world. Jewels of the road, champions of the racetrack. Ferrari. It is cars that have become pop culture icons. Cars that share a special bond with millions of people. Whether you own a Ferrari or not, the name Ferrari rings like no other. It impacts and fascinates children and grown-ups alike. It is part of a collective consciousness. Ferrari cars are a vector for dreams. They're modern legends, both real and mythical in a way. They're an idea of what a sports car is, in both fiction and reality. This is putting it mildly, the epitome of luxury cars. With design that combines rage and glamour, each Ferrari is a piece of art. And from the higher end of the splendor spectrum, each drive is a statement. Essence of the racing spirit, pop culture phenomenal, state-of-the-art ambassador. The combination of all these attributes made Ferrari a car brand that reached millions of people and brought them together. People that have, over the decades, formed a community like no other. Devout, passionate, dedicated. Because once again, no need to own a Ferrari to be part of the Ferrari world. Through almost 80 years, Ferrari has shaped car history. And as I speak, it is is shaping its future. A new chapter of the Ferrari supercar story is being written. Its title, F80.
It's a chat.
This was our exclusive Ferrari experience. Now, time to get your reward. Giving a brand new playlist a go. Leave no playlist unfinished, driver. Time for some action. What is next in line? Wild ride. From motorsport to automobile madness, there is only one step. To sum up, you'll have to grapple with crazy vehicles in action-focused events. Before you embark on your action list, Red Bull suggests a pure rally raid confrontation with these lunatics, so that you can get to know each other. Caldera, canyon, beach, and all-out jumping. That's the program. Let's go!
deal the cards. The Queen, Dirt and Air Specialist. The Joker, this guy's sick, but that's why he's so good on a bike. And the Ace, the Flash of Motorsports. You'll have to beat the times of these three guys in action-focused events. But this is still just our first meeting. Show them you're not here to bluff. The previous RSQ had been slightly damaged due to the vertical acceleration when landing after big jumps. Audi has reworked the... Oh boy, here we go again. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Audi has reworked the shock absorbers and chassis. This version is much safer. Well, as long as you don't land on the roof. By the sharp turn at the end. Introductions made, now time for action.
Here we go for the first action list, heading for Central Maui. Perform the actions requested and beat the time already set by the Ace, the Joker and the Queen. Those specialist drivers Betty was telling you about.
It's on. Show the crowd that you can beat the Queen in her own speciality. The rule is simple. Perform all the actions requested as quickly as possible. targets or barn roof ahead. Your choice. Bam! Bam! Boom! Here we go again. Smash all the targets you can. Ride on some more barn roofs and you're in business. Now that was really cool. their game.
Not only did you get the whole thing out of the way, but you also beat the time of a specialist. That deserves a little beach break and a swim.
action lists aside for a marine adventure. Red Bull's strong connection to action on the water is nothing new. They are heavily involved in high-speed sailboat racing. It's like an Alpha GP race, but on the sea. They even race thunderboats at 200 miles an hour. That's pretty much what you're doing right now. A powerboat race where you have to fight against time. Let yourself be carried away by the current and the giant plans. told me that one of the heaviest moments of his life was riding this motorcycle on a 24-foot wave. On land or in the water, you can do anything with this machine. You can do wheelies, backflips, hit targets while jumping. It's freestyle motocross, so do all the freestyle tricks you can think of and smash the Joker's time. the record straight. The Joker is out.
Perfect run. The Joker is renowned for being quite crazy. A rider who takes a lot of risks, but he found a rider even crazier than he is.